A lot of people found this boss to be easy, but they probably didn't know that they activated the hidden buff that can destroy this boss. It's easy to miss or not care about the yin and yang mechanic after the fact, especially since this is the first and only time you'll encounter this, unless the future DLC brings it back. So in this video, you'll learn how the yin and yang mechanics actually work in this boss fight. During the first parts of this fight before the fish, whether you get the Yin or Yang Bane, you simply take more damage no matter what. Based on the few tests that I did, I think you take around 25% more damage. Now for the fish itself, there are two major things that you need to know. Other than taking more damage, you deal more damage to the boss if you have the Bane of the opposite color. For example, if you have the Yin Bane which covers your character in color black, and the boss is Yang covered in white, you deal around 2 times more damage on the boss. And in case you haven't noticed, the whole arena is the yin and yang symbol itself. So depending on where the fish boss is staying, that's the color that it will take. If it's on the yin side, it will turn black, and if it's on the yang side, it will turn white. Knowing this will help you prevent the boss from doing its ultimate attack. So next is the second major tip that you need to know. When you see the screen blur out a little bit like this, that's a warning sign that he's about to do his ultimate attack. Let me show it again one more time. Watch closely. That attack is when he floats up in the air and shoots homing projectiles at you, which can really hurt if you get hit by all of them. There are ways to deal with this later in the video, but first, here's one way to prevent the boss from doing this attack. So once the screen blurs out, run to the other side of the yin-yang arena. If you're standing on the yin water for example, move to the yang water, and vice versa. The plan is to lure the boss to the other side of the symbol to prevent him from doing his ultimate attack. Once the boss approaches the border, it will hit an invisible wall. This will stun the fish for a while, giving you time to get some attacks in. Sometimes the fish will dive into the water and come out of the other side. It will not get stunned, but it will still prevent him from doing his ultimate attack. Another thing I noticed, when he starts charging before the screen becomes blurry, he will not get stunned. Either way will keep you safe from the ultimate attack. But if he doesn't get to the other side, get ready to protect yourself from the projectiles. The easiest way to do this is by simply using your staff spin. If you're not confident with using staff spin, you can use this spirit instead. This will put out a shield in front of you that will keep you safe from the projectiles. Just make sure to stand close to it. Another one is the Azure Dust transformation to tank all of the hits. So now let me show you guys a demonstration of a full fight while using Spellbinder. But first, here are the equipment and sparks that you'll see me use. First is the Serpent Scale Armor. This will allow you to recover health slowly if your health is below 50%. And since you'll be fighting on water, you're gonna heal more health. This is the only important armor piece that you need. The rest of the pieces can be anything you like. In my case, I'm using at least 2 pieces of the Pilgrim set to get more movement speed while running. Next, I'm using this staff for the damage and crit. Use the red-haired Raksha spirit for more heavy attack damage. Next is the Cat Eye Bead for more crit chance. And for the other 2 slots, I'm just using the Curio set to get 3% more damage bonus and reduction. Next, I'm using the Weaver's Needle to get some extra damage in when you use it. And the passive effect is nice for critical builds. Next, use the Supreme Gourd or any gourd with high charges. For the drink, I'm using the one we got at the start of the game, upgraded as high as possible. For the soaks, I'm using Tiger Relic to get 5% more crit chance, Iron Pellets to prevent yourself from getting staggered while drinking, and if you have another slot for soaks, it can be anything you like. Next, get this one for more crit damage on the first relic. Since I'm not using any spells, I just took the dodge passives from the second and third relic. Then you can either choose this one for some crit chance or the last one for more healing. Totally up to you. Since I'm using Spellbinder, I got all the sparks that improve it. You can use any stance you like. I prefer to use Smash for more damage. But no matter what stance you choose, always get Quick Hand for faster charging for your heavy attacks, and secondary damage simply for more damage. Next on this side, max out mana to convert more mana into attack with Spellbinder. Same with stamina, but this time to convert more stamina into crit chance. Then max out attack, crit chance, and crit damage. All extra sparks can go to health and stamina recovery. For your celestial meds with Shoe Dog, max out mana and stamina first, then the rest can be anything you like. At the start of the fight, immediately dodge to the sides to avoid this initial grab attack. Don't use Spellbinder just yet. Use your Spirit, your Vessel, and Transformation first because you won't be able to use them after Spellbinder. After the transformation ends, that's when you use Spellbinder. This should be enough to finish off the first part. After he loses around 40% of his health, he'll float up and summon multiple minions. Use Spellbinder now if you haven't already, then just beat all of them with light attacks. Once they're all gone, the boss will come back down. Charge 3 focus points for a heavy attack. Then attack him while he is attacking or after he finishes. Then just keep your distance and do another charge heavy attack until he has about this much health. If you stay too close to him, he might catch you with his grab attack, so be careful. So once his health is low, he'll float up again and he'll bring out the Spirit of Horse Guai. You just have to do the same thing of charging a heavy attack from a distance, but attack him only after he finishes because the last attack of his combos can knock you away. Then roll away 2 or 3 times so you don't get hit. Keep doing the same thing until the next phase. Now with the fish, you can fight it in 2 ways. You either wait for the screen to blur out so you can lure it to the border and get a stun, or you can try to get the Yin or Yang Bane to get a massive attack boost. I'll do a mixture of both ways for the sake of this video. But either way, keep your distance and just dodge away from the boss until it does one of those 2 things. Also, stay in one side only to force the fish to do its ultimate attack so that you can get a stun. Now the easiest way to get the Bane is from the balls that come out once it roars. Collecting those balls will fill up the bar, but only collect the ones with the same color so that it doesn't cancel each other out. In case you haven't noticed, the screen has blurred out, so I'm gonna lure the fish to the other side for a stun. Once the fish is stunned and on the ground, it is considered neutral. That means you won't do bonus damage no matter what Bane you have. I still did a good chunk of damage with a crit just now, but you'll see later on how much more I can do with the Yin or Yang buff. So after it starts getting up, lure him back to the appropriate side. Since I have the Yang Bane, as you can see I'm covered in white, I need the fish to stay in the Yin side so that I can do more damage. Now you just need to find an opening for a charge heavy attack. The best opening you can get is when it roars. Right now the screen became blurry again, so I'll just grab another stun. I haven't taken advantage of the buff just yet, but at least I'm getting lots of openings. Here's another easy way to fill up the Yin-Yang bar by getting hit with the water spray attack. Get hit as much as you can to fill up the bar during this attack. And now see how much I did without a critical attack? That's the Yin-Yang buff right there. If that was a crit, it could have looked like this. The screen got blurry again, which means it's time for another stun. Run to the other side as fast as you can, because if you don't lure him to the other side fast enough, he'll use his ultimate attack. Even if it ends up doing the attack, you can just use staff spin to deflect the projectiles. And that's all you need to know about this fight. If you guys found these tips helpful, leave the video a like and let me know down in the comments. Also consider subscribing for more tips and guides like this in the future. Thanks for watching.